Hello, and welcome back to another podcast editing walkthrough. My name is SP, and I'm from the GonnaGeek.com podcast network. I also co-host a podcast dedicated to help other hobby podcasters called Better Podcasting. Additionally to that, I have some fun over on Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D, which is a podcast on the Marvel comic universe, and that is what we'll be using for our editing walkthrough example today. And I've been asked by multiple people how to edit. So what I've done is I've created these walkthrough videos to basically show how I edit. So anybody that's interested in learning how to edit can watch these videos and learn how to edit. I stream these videos live on my Twitch stream, which you can find at twitch.tv/Stargate Pioneer, and then upload the videos for a more permanent storage location to my YouTube channel, which is called Stargate Pioneer Edit Walkthroughs. I edit using Vegas Movie Studio 15.0 Platinum and then Audacity for the audio edit. The process is I do a video edit first. I export the audio FLAC file, which is a lossless audio file, and then I import that into Audacity, in which I do the remainder of the audio edit. Now, this video is a basic editing walkthrough. It is not a lesson in a class. But just like any video game walkthrough, I will be giving explanations for how and why I am doing things along the way, including some of my editing philosophy. In this video, I will be editing Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 262, and spoiler alert, it's about the Punisher episode 6. So if you haven't seen the Punisher episode 6 and you don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and watch it and then come back and watch the rest of this editing video. My status so far is I've run into a little bit of problems, but I've uploaded the tracks into Vegas Movie Studio 15.0, and I've synced them up, and I started to edit, but apparently my computer decided to kind of crap out. It must have been getting bogged down with something, some process running that I didn't know was running, and I had to reboot it. So we're going to pick up exactly where that was and edit the rest of the intro, which is the first 5 minutes of the podcast. I've also taken a listen to the first 22 minutes of the podcast, looking for that great outtakes that I usually put at the end of Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Spoiler alert, there were none, but that doesn't mean there will be none by the time we're done, because some could happen in the middle of the podcast as I'm editing. Sometimes I render those and take those out, little snippets, or we talk afterwards and I throw those in there as well. But there wasn't any previously, so I spent 22 minutes doing nothing but listening to all the great technical problems we were having to the podcast. Now, my editing philosophy using Vegas Movie Studio 15.0 is I'm mostly deconflicting audio and I'm minimizing that crosstalk. So if I have two hosts, we have 4 hosts on this show tonight. If I have 2 hosts or more that are talking over each other, I usually try to select the 1 or 2 that are most important, because I try not to overstimulate my listeners' ears and trying to give them a good audio listening experience. I do try to optimize the experience for the listeners. I remove audio ticks, coughs, sneezes, desk bangs, mic hits, that sort of thing. I also remove crutch words. If you say like, so, you know, that sort of thing, I will take that out. Also, if you double speak a word, I will try to take that out too, but it all depends on the mouth, and we'll get to that in a second. I do prioritize the content in the show. If the content isn't making the cut, or if we're talking about something that's perhaps a little bit controversial, I will take that out, because we're not a controversial show. We're just trying to have fun talking about Marvel comics that are on the big and small screen. Then I prioritize audio quality. The best time to get quality audio is when you record. After that, you can only do so much in post, but I do try to do that so much in post to get the maximum audio quality to my listener. And I also try to be conscious of my listener's time. If there is 5 minutes during an hour recording that is useless to my listener, then I usually like trying to take that out, whether it's truncating the silence or the crutch words I was talking about before, or some mistakes in recording. I do take those out and try to make it a good experience for the listener. There are some video constraints that I have to deal with. We record a 1 video track file. It's through YouTube Live, and YouTube Live does the automatic switching for that. This is not what I do on Better Podcasting and the GonnaGeek.com show, where Steven actually does a phenomenal job of switching in the live video production, which you can hide a lot of audio edits through that, by the way. I just don't have the headspace to do that when I am recording, nor do I have the bandwidth of the internet connection with my co-host to do that. Nor do I have 2 camera shots that I can throw in there as well. If I did, I'd be able to hide some of the audio edits a lot better. As it is, some of the mistakes I actually have to leave in the video edit because of that. Now, if you have any questions along the way, as you're listening to this live Twitch stream, you can go ahead and throw them in the Twitch chat, and I will answer them as I go along. If you actually are listening or watching on YouTube later, go ahead and put a comment down below in the YouTube, and I will go ahead and scroll to that time code that you give me in your comment and find out what's going on in the YouTube video. The time code should be YouTube video appropriate, not the video that I'm watching right now. And I will give you an answer. In some cases, those answers will be in separate videos versus just a typed answer, because I believe in some cases it's better to explain through a video than through a written response. And finally, if you have a suggestion on a way that I can do things better, please let me know. I'm not a trained professional audio engineer. I am a hobbyist, and I have learned how to edit through 8 years of podcasting. But if there's a better way to do things, please let me know. And then I will incorporate that into how I edit, better process, a better effects, better trick, keystroke, whatever. And I will share that with the class so everybody can get better with their editing. With that, I'm going to bring up the wonderful display of Vegas Movie Studio 15.0 and all the tracks. If you want to know more about the tracks, I'm just going to encourage you to go back to the previous episode. I just don't want to take any additional time tonight rehashing what I've already done. And I will tell you what each track is, what the effects are, and how I recorded all the tracks. So here we go. We're going to start off exactly where I ended up, which is me talking, and before it cut out, but I did check this before I went live and it was working. So I hope it still works now. Here we go.
Director.
Now it's time for your scheduled debriefing. I'm Director SP.
I'm Agent Haley.
I'm Agent Lauren.
And I'm Consultant Michelle.
Welcome to Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. We're a Marvel Comic Universe fan show. This show is recorded on Sunday, November 11th, 2018, live from the Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. studios and broadcast worldwide via www.geeks.live. Remember, you can come on and join our live chat as we record. Ladies, happy National Veterans Day.
And worldwide, happy National Armistice Day. It's Veterans Day in the U.S. and Armistice Day everywhere else because it's also the 100th anniversary today of the end of World War I.
And in deference to our Canadian network owner, it is called Remembrance Day in Canada. And in deference to our Canadian network owner, it is called Remembrance Day in Canada.
So big day worldwide right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all.
Take out this I might actually take out some of the and yeah and stuff that she says later in the audio edit. But as you will see, it's kind of hard to take that out with her lips moving.
Big day worldwide right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us here know people who have served, or have people.
Are very little lip movement, so those are easy to take out.
Know people who have served, or have people in our family. So, yeah, thank you. Know people who have died. Thank you. Like.
Once again, just taking out the ums. This is not just a personal pet peeve, although it is. This is trying to be conscious of the listener and trying to give the listener the maximum listening experience that it can get. Some people just get bugged with ums.
So, yeah, thank you. Know people who have died. Thank you. Like.
Yeah, it's been a long. Yeah, it's been a long time recently with the terror thing going on with the United States, but the United States is not the only nation involved. So I just want to thank everybody for their service. And also, as Lauren pointed out, this is the 100th anniversary of the Armistice Day, which is basically the end of World War I. And That is a huge day. So lots of
Yeah, I highly
huge day. Deconflicting and taking out that crutch word, which is it. So, although I was trying to continue on with my train of thought, it wasn't going anywhere. And Lauren knew that, so she jumped in. That is a huge day.
Yeah, I highly recommend finding and reading the poem "The Soldier" by Robert Brooke,
Indeed.
who, if I remember correctly, actually died shortly after reading it.
I'm going to take that out. Positive affirmations is something that a main host or an interviewer does, but it's not needed. And if I can get away with it in the video edit, that just means it's less for me to take out later in the audio edit.
Robert Brooke, who, if I remember correctly, actually died shortly after reading it, or shortly after writing it.
Yeah.
He was in his early 20s, I believe.
I don't remember how old he was, but yeah, I think he was young.
I'm sorry, it's by Rupert Brooke. And it's heartbreaking. And yeah.
Yep. So if you know a veteran of the armed services or know somebody that's serving right now, go ahead and say thank you. I know a lot of the restaurants give free meals away today and stuff. I know my dad. Go ahead and say thank you. I know a lot of the restaurants give free meals away today and stuff. I know my dad went out for lunch and got his free meal. I don't know if he's going out to dinner. I usually only does one. He doesn't do two.
A friend of mine actually has like a checklist today. He's like, okay, I'm going here. So
yeah, I know people like that too. So thank you very much for that too. So thank you very much for your service. And I think it's oddly fitting with this particular episode, which we will get in later. But in the meantime, let's continue on with the podcast. Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a fan-based podcast on the ABC television show Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is now in the 25th hiatus week following the season 5 finale. So we're almost half a year between the season 5 finale and hiatus. That will be next week. The multiple Marvel Netflix series, including The Punisher, which we will be discussing today, the Marvel cinematic and comic book universes in general as well.
Because of not having Claire on speed dial.
if you'd like to talk to us about how much you miss having Claire around, you can find us at our website, legendsofshield.com.
You can leave us a voicemail line about the lack of Claire in this show at...
Okay, I'm going to use this as a little teaching moment. So what you will see here is on the output meter on the individual tracks, you will see something go up, but you'll see nothing on Haley's track. That's probably because she's recorded on a really low gain. So her signal to noise ratio is really low. But since her sound is pretty good at a really low level, I'm able to boost it up, not have an incredible amount of noise in the system. In any event, that breath that you just heard was accentuated because of having to put a lot of extra gain or compression into the system. But you still can't see it. So one of the ways that I can monitor that is to go into the Hangout track. In this case, it didn't show up in the Hangout track because it didn't make it through the YouTube compression algorithm as it was coming over to me. However, it was still in her original track. Still can't see it. So just watch this output meter and you'll see where that little breath happens.
.com.
You can leave us a voice.
And you didn't see it. Went through this big old explanation. You didn't even see it, but I definitely heard it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to split the track. I'm going to take it out here. I'm going to run it again, and hopefully that breath will be gone.
Website, legendsofshield.com.
You can leave us a voicemail line about the lack of Claire in this show at 844-THE-BUS-1. That's 844-843-2871.
You can catch us on Facebook, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Podcast.
You can drop.
Once again, Haley was clearing her throat.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Podcast.
You can drop us a tweet at.
And you definitely did see the volume meters over there. If not, back up the video a little bit and you'll see it.
Book, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Podcast.
You can drop us a tweet at Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You can see us lamenting the.
Once again,
You can.
Haley was breathing.
You can see us.
How dare her for breathing, right?
You can see us.
Couldn't see exactly where the waveform was. I was running it by ear and looking at what was left of the waveform. Hopefully I didn't take anything out of what she was actually saying. So let's take a listen and find out.
Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You can see us lamenting the absence of Claire on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GonnaGeek.
If you have an Amazon device, you can tell it to enable Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. skill.
You can join our Discord server at gonnageek.com/Discord and talk to us about Claire there.
And remember, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a proud member.
Oh, yeah. Another breath sound. I'm definitely going to see that Haley's going to have a lot of breath sounds here. It's just because of her recording so low and how much compression I'm having to throw through it.
/Discord and talk to us about Claire there.
And remember, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a proud member of the GonnaGeek.com network.
We are indeed, and we're just going to jump on into the discussion. All right. You know what stinger that is, so I just have to find it in the list here. Start interview. It's named that way because it was originally purchased for Voices of Tomorrow when we were interviewing cast members of Defiance, that was a fun time. And if any of those cast members happen to be listening to this, and I don't think they are, but if they do, thank you very much for interacting with us on Voices of Defiance. It was a really fun time, not only for your show, but for our podcast, and you guys made that possible. So thank you very much. Discussion. Oh. Okay, we're going to throw this bump track up. It was a little loud for me, and I know that because I've got the settings different on each track, depending on if it's a bump, an intro and outro, or the pre-roll. So this should be just right. The discussion. This week we will... All right, there we go. And that's as much as I'm going to do today. There's two final things I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to pan out and make sure that I've deleted the soundboard up to that point. I'm going to click save. And now I am done with this for tonight. So that was Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 262 through the intro. I will do the main segment next time. If you have any questions, you can hit me up. Once again, my name is SP from Better Podcasting. If you happen to have a question and you're watching this live on Twitch, go ahead and enter it into the Twitch chat, and I will answer it live as I'm actually recording. But later, if you have a question, if you're watching it on the YouTube version of this video, go ahead and leave a comment down below and give me a time code of the YouTube video, and I will answer your question based on that. You can also find me on Twitter at Stargate Pioneer. My email address is stargatepioneer@gonnageek.com. That's spelled GONNAGEEK. And now we have a Discord server, which you can chat with all the podcasters on the network that are in there live. And you can find that at gonnageek.com/Discord. And that'll give you an automatic invite into the server. Thank you very much for watching this video. I certainly appreciate it. And if you liked videos like this, go ahead and give a thumbs up down below. Click on that like button and also click on subscribe, so I know you're interested in videos like this in the future. In the meantime, that's it for tonight. I will see everybody tomorrow as I edit that main topic. Good night, everyone.